Hello, my fellow plebs out there. I hope you guys are all having a great day today. It's just going on about noon here. Gotta go to work in a couple hours, that's unfortunate. But I have a good buddy of mine from back in the day that I went to school with that wanted me to do a video on this one. I was gonna do it as my first one, but I had a couple other things that came up that I kind of wanted to do on those two other videos. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a go. So let's get to it. It's gonna be this is from Fox News. It's on the Don't Say Gay bill, I guess, or whatever that's going on. I'm not sure what the big deal is with it. I thought Fox News had a good article on it here. I think they covered my thoughts on it. I'm sure my buddy has a whole bunch of different thoughts on it, and he'll be all over in the comments. So he'll probably be getting channel banned. We'll see. So anyways, the Florida Republicans on Tuesday passed a parental rights bill that progressives have claimed as anti-LGBTQ. But absent from much of the discussion around the bill are the actual contents of the proposed legislation. The bill, officially named Parental Rights in Education, bans school employees or third parties from giving classroom instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity in kindergarten through third grade. The bill, which passed the state Senate Tuesday after passing the House last month, has been dubbed as the Don't Say Gay bill by Democrats who falsely claim it bans any discussion pertaining to being gay in the state schools. President Biden called it a hateful bill in a tweet last month. We'll go ahead and read the tweet real quick. I want every member of the LGBTQ plus community, especially the kids who will be impacted by this hateful bill, to know that you are loved and accepted just as you are. I have your back, and my administration will continue to fight for the protections and safety you deserve. Today, conservative politicians in Florida advanced legislation designed to attack LGBTQ plus kids. Instead of making growing up harder for younger people, the President of the United States is focused on keeping schools open and supporting students' mental health. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, who is expected to sign the bill, lambasted a WFLA reporter on Monday for saying the "Don't Say Gay" misnomer during a press conference. I don't like saying it either. To tell you the truth, I might even stop saying it now because it's coming up a lot in this article. And does it say that in the bill? DeSantis asked, adding that it's why people don't trust people like you because you peddle false narratives, and we're going to make sure that parents are able to send their kid to kindergarten without having some of this stuff injected into their school curriculum, the governor said. Yeah, I don't think this is the stuff you should be learning at school. So I do agree with that. That it shouldn't be in the curriculum. You do cover sexual education later on in life. If you have questions, you can bring it up then. DeSantis spokeswoman Christina Pushaw similarly fired back at an Associated Press reporter on Tuesday. What the bill's real name? At Zeke J. Miller, she asked. Does it mention the word gay or LGBT people at all? Are AP reporters expected to report legislation before writing about it? And right here's the tweet. Just down here, it's just saying it's passed and is expected to sign it into law. Fox News Digital did read the parental rights and education bill, and here's what it says. What the bill does. So here's what the bill does. It does require school districts to adopt procedures that reinforce the fundamental right of parents to make decisions regarding the upbringing and control of their children in a specified manner. So this is leaving it up to the parents to make the right decisions according to themselves. It sounds like it does prohibit classroom instruction, but not casual discussion. So that's the big point. So it can't really be tied into curriculum. But let's say a kid was at home and he saw something that he never saw before on TV. Two guys kissing or whatever, and he decided to bring it up in class and ask the teacher about it because, he knew his parents would, flip out about it. So he brought it up in casual discussion with his parents. So he didn't bring up his casual discussion with his parents, but he brought up casual discussion with his teacher the next day because he knew his teacher was a little bit more laid back, was able to explain things, and was more willing to cover things and topics like that. So, The students can still ask about it in class, so I don't see why it has to be in the curriculum per se. But I mean, it's not like they're not allowed to talk about it. And here's the other point that I kind of forgot about. Because it's on the sexual orientation and the gender identity with children in third grade or younger. So I mean, technically, I think fourth grade and beyond, it could be technically in the school curriculum. Which I mean, I still think that's still a little bit young, but I guess I did sex education, I think, in fifth grade. So I mean, that is a little bit touchy there because yeah, getting a little bit closer. I still think it's a couple years young, but yeah, like I said, it was a fifth grade for me. But I understand though because that is a pretty young age group where they really shouldn't be concerned or really know about any of that stuff yet. You're probably getting that age, probably about fourth, fifth grade. Yeah, you're probably going to be starting to be aware enough to noticing things like that, and that's where I said, yeah, they're still able to bring it up. So I mean, yeah, if a first, second, or third grader did see it, yeah, you can kind of brush the topic in school. Is what I'm trying to get at. Uh, so be or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. Um, so yeah, you can't go. So yeah, with the first or second, or third grade, like I said, yeah, I shouldn't be going way in depth with it. I should be just brushing the topic, kind of let them know what's going on if they do ask about it. Don't hide from it. We do need to educate people about it, but I don't think it should be forced. This young. Does require school districts to notify a student's parent if there is a change in the student services or monitoring related to the student's mental, emotional, or physical health or well-being, and the school's ability to provide a safe and supportive learning environment for the student. Does prohibit schools from encouraging a student to withhold such information from a parent. I do believe that's probably a good idea too. The parent should know what's going on with their kid, because maybe it just might be something going on mentally. Maybe it's something in the home that the parents can hopefully correct themselves, or something like that. If the parents know about it, hopefully they can stop it. I mean, if the school brings it up, and I mean the parents flip out, yeah, they probably have to contact the authorities or something, or there might be someone better than the authorities to contact, but get a hold of someone that can uh, hopefully rectify that situation for the student, or at least get the student the help that they need. Uh, you know, because I don't think any bodily changes should be happening until you're at least 18 plus. So that way, at least you're an adult, and I think that's when you should be able to make life changing decisions like that. It does require school districts to notify parents of each health care service offered at their student school and the options to withhold consent or decline any specific service. I think that's good. Yeah, the parents should for sure know what's going on with the children's health at the school. Even if they get a band-aid, you can tell them, hey, Johnny cut his finger. We put a little band-aid on it. Even something like that should be at least notified. Does require the parents to be allowed to access their child's education or health records kept by the school. That's a good thing. They should know exactly what's going on with their kid at school. It does require the school to get parental permission before administering a well-being questionnaire or health screening to students kindergarten through third grade. Uh, that's probably good. Yeah, parents probably should know that the school is going to be. I mean, because that sounds more something the parents should be setting up with their doctor and stuff like that. I don't know if the school should really be getting involved. So yeah, if they're going to be trying to get involved, something like that, definitely should notify the parents. It does require schools to respond to parents' concerns within 7 days of being notified of those concerns, and the school must resolve those concerns within 30 days. If the issue is not resolved, parents can then sue the school district or request a state commissioner of education to appoint a special magistrate to mediate a solution which the school district must pay for. Um, Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, if the parents have a complaint, get a third party in there to mediate the situation, and yeah, the school district probably should pay for it. I mean, the taxpayers are going to be paying for it anyways, so yeah, the parent that requested that's paying it. So, and this is what the bill does not. So this is, I think, yeah, this is what's false about the bill. It does not ban the word gay in school settings. So yeah, you can still say gay. You're not going to be expelled, suspended, or anything like that. or you shouldn't be. It does not ban casual discussions of topics relating to sex orientation and gender identity in classroom. We covered that pretty heavily. It does not require schools to notify parents if their child does. It does not require schools to notify parents if the child comes out as gay or transgender. So that's good. They'll say that the kid doesn't feel comfortable, they can at least explain to school of why, like, oh, I feel like my dad, if I come out at home, he's gonna beat me up. So that protects the kid in that way. That was one of my concerns all right here. It does require schools to notify parents of information regarding the student's mental, emotional, or physical well-being. If a reasonably prudent person would believe that disclosure would result in abuse, abandonment, or neglect, or abandonment and neglect. Yep. Okay, that's another one of my good concerns down here. If a reasonably prudent person would believe that disclosure would result in abuse, abandonment, or neglect. So once again, if they're in fear of their parents, then they won't have to notify them. So those are a couple of good points. So yeah, I really don't have a big deal with this bill. I don't know why the Democrats are throwing a big deal. It's probably, I'd have to say in a non-biased view, trying to say in a non-biased view, I should say here, I would say it's probably to kind of smear DeSantis, because they probably feel if Trump happens not run, DeSantis is probably going to be the second one to run. And I have a feeling, or I should say, I wouldn't be shocked if DeSantis would be Trump's VP. If Trump did run and win, I could see DeSantis. And I would actually like to see Trump and DeSantis team up, because it's going to take like two people like that to fix this country once Biden gets out of office here in the next couple of years. So, like I said, I had a buddy that really wanted to cover this. I'm sure he's gonna be all over in the comments. Probably says I'm full of manure and this and that and the other. So that should be actually pretty entertaining to see once he gets out of school here and or college and probably makes his rounds here. We'll see what happens. See what time he reads this. So. All my fellow plebs out there, you have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna have to head to work here at about 3 Central, so that's a little bit of a downer for me, but I'd rather be sitting here covering content like this for you guys. But go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good one, everybody.